The second reading debate is adjourned and the bill is referred to the House Committee.
Secretary for Environment and Ecology. President, I move the second reading of the Buildings Energy Efficiency Amendment Bill 2025. The bill in short. At present, about 90% of the electricity in Hong Kong is used in buildings, and more than 50% of the carbon emissions come from electricity production related to energy consumption in buildings. As such, the government has been actively promoting a number of policies and measures to enhance building energy efficiency. Among them, the Buildings Energy Efficiency Ordinance. The ordinance, in short, has come into full operation since September 2012, which regulates the compliance of building services installations with prescribed energy efficiency standards in new buildings or major works, and requires commercial buildings to undergo energy audits not more than once every 10 years, with a view to identifying and realizing energy-saving opportunities. Since the implementation of the ordinance, more than 2,300 new buildings and more than 15,000 major works in existing buildings have complied with the energy efficiency standards, and about 2,700 buildings have completed their first energy audits, with about half of them having completed their second energy audits. To further promote energy conservation in buildings, the government proposes to strengthen the energy efficiency management system for buildings in Hong Kong by amending the ordinance and subsidiary legislation in the following 5 areas. First, regulate the energy efficiency standards of building services installations for all data centers in Hong Kong. Given the high electricity consumption of data centers, and that more of them will be completed, we propose expanding the list from 13 to 15 types of buildings to include standalone data centers and portions of industrial buildings being built as and converted into data centers under the regime. Second, require more buildings to conduct regular energy audits. According to the EMSD's data on buildings that have undergone the second energy audit, the energy utilization index of these buildings has dropped by 20% on average compared with that of the first energy audit, indicating that energy audits are conducive to promoting energy conservation in buildings. We therefore propose to require more types of buildings to undergo regular energy audits, including buildings used for government offices, education, community, municipal, medical, and healthcare services, etc., thereby increasing the types of buildings required to undergo regular energy audits under the regime from 2 to 11. On the other hand, in light of the comments received during the consultation period, we propose to exempt small and medium-sized buildings other than data centers with a total gross floor area of not more than 7,000 square meters, that is about 75,000 square feet, from energy audits so as to strike a balance between cost effectiveness and regulation. Third, shorten the intervals of energy audits from 10 years to 5 years. To encourage timely adoption of green and energy-efficient equipment and technology in existing buildings, thereby utilizing the benefits of conducting energy audits, we propose shortening the intervals of energy audits from the current 10 years to 5 years. This will make our practice more comparable to those in our neighboring regions such as the mainland, Singapore, and Tokyo in Japan. Fourth, publish certain technical information in energy audit reports, such as the energy efficient coefficient, energy saving potential of major services installations to enhance data transparency, and fifth, include more qualifications eligible for registration as Registered Energy Assessor, REA. We propose including registered professional engineers in the energy discipline and professional members of the Hong Kong Institute of Qualified Environmental Protection professionals to be eligible persons to apply for registration as a REA. This is conducive to the implementation of the amended ordinance by increasing the potential number of REAs to meet the demand for energy audits. Upon the full implementation of the amended ordinance, we estimate that an additional 500 million kilowatt-hours of electricity, equivalent to the annual energy consumption of about 150,000 three-person households, will be saved in 2035. We have conducted extensive consultation on the said proposal since November 2023, including trade associations, the property management industry, the construction industry, professional bodies, public service organizations, and other stakeholders. We also consulted the Energy Advisory Committee, the Council for Carbon Neutrality and Sustainable Development, and the Advisory Council on the Environment in January 2024, December 2024, and February 2025, respectively, and the Legislative Council panel on Environmental Affairs in January 2025. The stakeholders and the panel were generally supportive of the revised proposal. We would like to thank members for their support and their views. Subject to the passage of the bill by the Legislative Council, we will implement the amendments in 2 phases. That is to update the recognized qualification for registration as a registered energy assessor 3 months after the passage and gazettal of the bill, and to bring the remaining provisions into operation 15 months after the gazettal of the ordinance, with the target of bringing the amended ordinance into full operation within 2026. President, we hope that this amendment to the ordinance can achieve a win-win-win situation. First, saving energy tariffs for buildings. Second, reduce carbon emissions. And third, promote the development of green economy. We will fully cooperate with the Legislative Council in the scrutiny of the bill and hope that members will support the early passage of the bill so that our energy management system can keep abreast of the times. I so submit. Thank you, President. I now propose the question to you that the aforesaid bill be read the second time. In accordance with the rules of procedure, the second reading debate is adjourned and the bill is referred to the House Committee.
會處理醫務衛生
Secretary for Health. President,